Hi,
Hello.
hello
Hi.
again. Welcome to our, what did I say? Way. I said way and welcome. I apologize to you. Welcome to our second class. I made a mistake. Hi, welcome. And we are ready, I assume, to go to the page number 6. I mean number 7, right? Because we should start from that part of the lesson. Okay. Do you remember I told you I will show you some pictures? Yes? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
May I show you the way that, some artists reconstructed his face, right? King Tut's face according to his mummy and the things they knew about him. So this is probably the way he looked like. I mean, this is not a real picture, right? Take a look at it. Yes, this one. Yes.
What?
Mhm. And I have one more to show you. Hold on here. This is his body. It's very important to see his entire body because of his leg, right? Because we will discuss what happened to him, right? And this
Ah.
is his, this is the mask that they found, right? In his coffin, is in his casket too. What do you think about those artistic representations of his face? hmm Here he
Looks.
looks definitely.
Uh.
Uh-huh.
She looks kinda ugly.
Okay. Yes, but okay, he's definitely not attractive. Okay, handsome, very good. But this thing is important because you can see his facial features, right? Let me go to this picture number 1, right? You can see the way Egyptian people looked like a long time ago, right? They had those narrow faces, right? Long noses, right? And something is very interesting about his eyes. What can you tell me about his eyes?
Why does he have like the
Uh-huh.
same eyes as a mask?
Oh, in ancient Egypt, people used to put a lot of makeup, especially henna. I suppose it's henna, a material that they use to make their eyes and faces more beautiful, right? They believe that physical appearance is very important. So they wanted to be attractive, beautiful, good looking, right? And that is why the king himself was wearing a kind of makeup, right? To look better, right? He was very young,
Yeah.
right? What about his head? What can you tell me about his head?
His head, like he has
Mm-hmm.
really short hair, and his
Yes.
head is
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a little flat. Not to be
Mm-hmm.
rude.
Yes. Well, they used to shave their heads, Egyptians, right? Egyptians used to shave their heads because they wore those well, we cannot call them crowns, but big hats with some, I don't know, with lots of gold and silver, right? They wanted to show themselves more good looking than they used to be, actually, right? This shows us the way that he was very young, right? And that he died at the age of 18 or 19, I believe, right? And maybe the picture is not very accurate, but it's still very interesting. And how did Howard Carter, how did he damage the coffin and the mummy according to the story, Ivanka? What did Howard Carter, the archaeologist who discovered King Tut's tomb, how did he damage the body, the mummy, and the coffin? What did he do?
He damaged
Mm-hmm.
King Tut's chest.
That's right. Excellently done. He damaged somehow King Tut's chest. How do we know that? How do we know that Howard Carter and his team, maybe, and his team members damaged King Tut's chest? What do
Because
we know? Mm-hmm.
like they have, according to the text,
Uh-huh.
um uh,
According to the text, very good. Mm-hmm.
according to the text,
Mm-hmm.
they said at the end that King
Mm-hmm.
Tut's chest was damaged is actually because
Mm-hmm.
of the removal.
Excellently done. Pretty much, may I be honest, they ripped off, right? the mummy, right? From the coffin, right? And this
Yep.
provoked that damage to the chest. And for many years, what did scientists believe? Because there was a big hole inside of his chest, right? Some bones were missing. What did they believe that happened to King Tut?
He got stabbed.
Oh, yes, that was the probable, according to them, cause of his death, right?
Yeah, like
Hi,
this.
Fat Gus. Oh, wow. What do you think? Why did they want to stab the king? If that was the case, if that was the theory, why would they do that to the boy king?
Probably because so that they can become the future king. Everyone wants to become a king because Cleopatra killed her little brother. So of course, Egyptian people like to be king.
Excellently done. Cleopatra killed her little brother, right? Did you know that she was married to him? Yes? Mm-hmm. Huh, a
Yeah.
mystery number one. Uh-huh. She killed him because she wanted to sit on the throne, right? Mm-hmm. On the throne, as we
Yeah.
mentioned. He was younger than her, right? Mm-hmm. And Egyptian people used to do it in order to get the heir, right? To get their king from their bloodline, right? What happened to Cleopatra now that you mentioned her to me? What happened to her? Hmm
I don't know. She
Uh-huh.
probably uh, did some bad things to more people.
Well, during her reign, right? Egypt was blossoming. It was very rich, right? Because she made some connections with Romans, with ancient Romans, and when they decided to take the control over Egypt, she said no, right? I'm not gonna do it, right? And she killed herself. Yes. hmm She used the venom. She used the snake's venom, right? And before they found her, actually, she did it to herself, right? Because she said, nobody will do that to me, right? Because I am the goddess, right? And I deserve to enter afterlife in this way. I just wanted to share it with you, yes? Some historians
Okay.
mentioned she was very beautiful, right? But we don't know that, right? We know that she was very smart and she ruled her region, her country in a very smart way. What can we see here in the first part? We can see the coffin, right? What kind of shape does it have, this casket, this coffin? hmm
It has the shape of my bird Mochi.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? It has the shape of your lovebird Mochi, right? hmm Very good.
I'm not like
Mm.
joking. It literally looks like Mochi.
Really? hmm Oh, okay. Yes, it looks like it. But one more thing is very important here. It has the shape of the king's body, right?
Yep.
Right? And what about this golden mask? What can you tell me about it? Okay, we know it's made of gold, right? hmm What else? hmm What
So,
else? hmm So,
it also
hmm
kind of looks like, it appears there's a snake on the head, which
Oh,
is kind of
yes.
weird.
Why is that weird? What do you think? Why is that weird? Why is that weird?
Well, that's not weird according to Egypt, because like everyone has a snake thing
hmm
on their head.
Yes, snakes and cats, and in some interpretations of their books, right? According to the interpretation of the Egyptian Book of Death, they had some holy animals, right? Dogs, cats, and snakes were the animals they yes, uh-huh, Very good. Beth, right? They believe that this is a goddess, right? Uh-huh. Very good. Yes, and she looked like that it was a very gracious cat, and they couldn't do anything to cats because they believe that some souls live within them, right? Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And that is why they cherish them a lot. Excellently done. Okay, so what happened in 1968 when they used something like the simple X-ray technology? So they didn't have a very, very good X-ray technology back then in 1968, right? Okay, we know that they found the hole, right? Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Right? What happened with the chest of King Tut? What did they believe? What was
The
the theory at 1st? What did
the
they believe in?
theory the
Uh-huh.
theory was that it was a damage caused by a war, injury, or accident.
What do you think about this theory? What do you think of it? Hmm?
I think if it's like
Mm-hmm.
on the chest, it's usually when you stab somebody, but you don't
Mm-hmm.
really make a hole when you stab somebody. So I'm pretty sure it's because
Uh-huh.
somebody maybe he slipped from a building really high up and then fell chest down.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Chest down. Uh-huh. And he hurt himself, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can I go back just to show you? Yes, this is the probable cause of his injury, right? Could this cause him to die? To oof?
Yeah, probably. If you have like lung or a heart damage, you usually can't
Uh-huh.
really live so long.
Uh-huh. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Maybe he had some serious health issue, right? Mm-hmm. Now
Mhm.
that we know that, let us go on to see some other things, right? Again, something happened to his skull, right? What did those X-rays show? What did they show? hmm
They
So we
showed
had a
that
hole. Mm-hmm.
there was a hole on the back of his head.
Uh-huh. So what did scientists say, what did they say about it? Somebody must have. hmm
He yeeted a bullet in his head.
Okay, I'm pretty sure they didn't use bullets back then, right? Maybe some daggers, some knives, right? Or maybe some swords, right? Uh-huh. But this can happen today, right? Somebody hit him, right? Somebody used something like a weapon and make a blow to the back of his head. Does this did that cause him his death, his oof? Maybe
Probably brain damage is also pretty bad.
pretty
Just to
bad.
remind you,
Uh-huh.
I'm
Uh-huh.
okay. It's just that sometimes when like people talk about someone getting hurt
Mm-hmm.
uh
Mm-hmm.
illegally, I just kind of feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Wherever that that person was hurt got the injury illegally, like maybe someone like shot a bullet or something and on their knees, and then my knees will be like, I am so uncomfortable.
Okay, this is completely understandable, right? I will just talk about the causes, right? May I call them the causes now, right? Mm-hmm. I will
Yeah,
call them the
okay.
causes. Okay, the causes, we are not going to use the D word, okay? We are not going to use it, or oof, right? We will just say causes. What happened to his leg? We have one more probable cause. Cause, just cause. What happened to his
Um,
leg?
I think his leg is like kind of like injured really badly.
Uh-huh. We can go back to the picture just for a moment, just for a split second, right? To take a look at it. hmm You can see that he used a cane, right? hmm
Mhm.
He used a cane. and take a look at his foot, right? What is happening here?
His foot is kind of like,
damaged, right? A bit.
yeah.
A bit damaged or injured. Very good. What do you think? Does this have to do anything with his life or with the chest situation or with the hole, with some other causes?
Uh,
He could not walk normally according to this
maybe,
picture. Maybe.
maybe
May-
it's like, I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure it's because of like maybe he fell. Like sometimes when a person falls really hard, they will break their arm.
Something, right? The body part, right? Some kind of a body part, right? Maybe this was something that happened on the day when he was born, right? Yes, who knows? We are not so sure about it, and we will go back to the lesson. So now that we know some probable causes, right? We will call them this way. Can we try to use the word therefore to conclude something about King Tut? What can we say? Therefore,
Therefore, King Tut might have gotten some disease when he was born.
When he was born. Very good. And now we can talk about discoveries here, right? We can match the discovery with some theories. We have theories that were made in 1968, right? So let's just talk about the first one here, right? We have the examples down below. A, B, and C. The bones in King Tut's chest were missing. What theory is this one? The bones in his chest were missing. Yes, it was caused by what?
D. It was caused by the damage or an injury, like an accident.
Could he go to war with his foot looking like that?
Probably
I don't think so. Probably not. Very good. And he was very young. He was only 19, right? When those things happened to him, right? Very good. What about this one? There was a small hole in the back of his skull and the pieces of bone inside of it. And the pieces of bone inside of it. What about this one? Very good. It's very easy. He might have been, bad things could happen to him.
Well,
bad things.
Like he got,
While he got a hit.
He that.
Because of the blow, right? In the back of his head, right?
Yep.
And now, of course, that we have a serious fracture in his leg, left leg, right? And it said that he was hurt a few hours before his death. Do you believe in this theory that he was hurt a few hours? That this is the cause. That this is the cause. I don't think so. And you?
I think it's most likely to be that. Unless like maybe after so many years, like the injury was still there. So I'm pretty sure it might not be true, but it might be true. But I think it's most likely to be not true.
I agree with you. I believe that this explanation is not relevant, right? At least when we know all the things that happened to King Tut. may I ask you now that we will talk about the closer look that happened in 2005, something that a famous archaeologist, an Egyptian archaeologist named Zahi Hawass made, actually, right? And what do you think? Was he a famous pharaoh? Was King Tut a famous pharaoh, in your opinion? What do you think? To sum it up, what can we say? To sum it up,
To
King
sum
Tut.
it up, King Tut was a very famous pharaoh.
But not because of his rule, right? It was
Yeah, but not.
because they did what? What did they do?
It was because
Mhm.
the mystery.
The mystery, right? All around his all around his the story, right? The legend, right, about him. Very good. And do you think, now that we know that Zahi Hawass used some effective, more useful X-ray technology, he discovered something very important, right, about his skull, about that cause number two, right? Because we talked about chest, skull, and then we mentioned the leg, right? hmm What probably happened? What happened? What do you think? What happened to the skull? hmm And
I
who were
think
the
it was because
embalmers?
like
Uh-huh.
I think an embalmer is a people is our people or is a
hmm
person who prepare a body uh
hmm
to bury
For
to bury.
afterlife, right?
Yeah.
To bury the body, right? Very good. They did something wrong, right? And of course, they mentioned one more thing. They mentioned malaria. What do you think about that? That answer? They mentioned malaria. hmm
I do not
What is?
know what malaria
Oh,
means.
malaria is a sickness that is caused by when a mosquito bites you, right? Um, it shows that you are very, very highly sensitive to all the viruses, bacteria around you, right? And it can make your immune system to drop, right? hmm And maybe this happened to King Tut because we mentioned one interesting thing about his family. What did we say? Maybe he was, I don't know, exposed to malaria. What did we say about his mom and dad? hmm
His mom and dad are just like melodies. Are just like the hamster Melody. You remember her, right?
Of course, yes, yes, I
So
remember
the
Melody.
hamster, the winter
hmm
white hamster that never got a chance to turn white, who
hmm
fights attention with Mochi. So she actually has the same case and scenario as King Tut.
Uh-huh.
So like
Really?
she her mama
Uh-huh.
and papa are brothers and sisters.
Okay, I understand it. Very good.
Yeah. Uh,
Maybe this thing happened to King Tut because he was very fragile, right? Because of the
yeah.
bloodline, right? Because of the situation with his mom and dad. We don't know that for sure, right? Uh-huh. And
Yep.
what can you tell me about Melody's health?
Well, Melody, you know,
Mm-hmm.
her doo-doo is kind of like watery. It's
Yes,
not
yes.
really like it's not really like just a round a little brown dot. It's more of this than that.
Uh-huh. Yes, you told me that this was the first sign that she wasn't okay, right? That she
hmm
wasn't doing fine. Okay. And those things can happen to animals and creatures who had that specific situation, right? The way their genetics, right? It has to do something with their genes, right? And the same thing happened to King Tut, but maybe the future will show us what actually happened to him. We are not certain, but we will talk about it in our next class for sure. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for bringing Fat Gus to our lesson. Yes, enjoy the time with your family and friends. Stay jolly. beautiful and happy and healthy, of course,
you.
every day. Goodbye, Ivanka. Goodbye, Fat Gus. See you later. Have fun. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining.